What's happening, fellas? It's Sunday, August 7th. As you probably know, if you watch the last few videos, Junior and I just got back from Southwick. It's been 2 months almost to the day since I crashed at Unadilla and blew my shoulder apart. And been doing therapy pretty much every day since then. Been riding some, but didn't race. I actually got out on the track, did a moto, so that definitely made me happy to know I can still ride. I actually hole shot. It was a double gated moto. Junior and I were on the same gate. I wish we had a videographer there, but I ended up hole shotting the A class. And Junior, about before the end of the race, he caught and passed me because I had like a 30-second head start, but they dropped the second gate, but he ended up getting me. I ended up fading to fourth in the A class, so I was pretty happy with that, coming off the couch with an injury like that, because I wasn't even sure if I'd be able to ride or hang on, but the shoulder held up. I think I'm going to be good. I also wanted to update you on the fundraiser for the roof. We've raised $57,000. I actually have a board over there. I'll show you guys in a second when we walk around the shop. $57,760 that was donated by you guys, the viewers, through our fundraiser. So I appreciate that on the GoFundMe. We also got a grant from the federal government. So I can't say exactly when it's going to come in because I don't know, but the federal government's been watching us. I've been here for over 10 years restoring this little city of Rockville here, our 11 acres, and helping with some of the surrounding properties, as you probably know, cleaning up the city. And we've got a lot of support from Congressman Joe Courtney and Senator Dan Champagne and the town administrator. But this particular grant, Congressman Joe Courtney and his team put this together along with Mark Vesco, one of the guys in our board of directors. So it should be enough money to make the remaining buildings, about 80,000 square foot of buildings, water and airtight, and preserve them for the next generation and put us on the right track to get them all done. So the roofs that we need to do right now, the quotes came in somewhere around 120,000, a little over 120, several quotes. Actually, we got like 5 or 6 quotes. Me and Dean worked on that. And we don't have enough money to do it yet, but when the grant money comes in, combined with the money on the fundraiser, we're gonna have enough money to do that and make some major upgrades here at the museum. I also want to read a letter to you that one of the subscribers sent in that kind of touched my heart, and also go over where we've been to this year, where we're going, what the plans are, and some really cool behind the scenes stuff that you may or may not know about. We started off, Christy and I left the day after Christmas, headed down south to Alabama, did a shop tour down there. We went to over 20 shops, did videos at all the shops if you followed us. We went to the Barber Museum. We purchased over 200 bikes. It was a motorcycle purchasing trip. So between December 26th and February 12th, we purchased just around 200 bikes, and we had a big auction on February 14th that weekend, which was our biggest auction event ever. We sold 167 motorcycles here, which was quite incredible. After that, we went back down to Florida, went to Bike Week. If you followed the vlog on there, we did a whole bunch of videos on Bike Week. Went to the Supercross and the Daytona 200 and the flat tracking and all kinds of kick-ass events. Of course, we covered the Motocross 338 National. We did Laconia. We did the video at Gunstock on the hill climb. I just covered the AMCA National yesterday. And of course, MX Rewind, where I hurt my shoulder 2 months ago. Junior cleaned up, won 6 of 6 motos. He's been riding awesome. The Millara Race Engineering, Built500.com, billet block motor. He was able to run that in that event because it's not an AMA Loretta Lynn's event. They made him run the stock motor. We did the Loretta Lynn's qualifier. I also want to talk about Loretta Lynn's in a second here. So it's been an awesome year. We did the two-stroke festival. We did that last weekend. If you follow that, the Mini Bike Mania. There's been a lot going on here. I think we've got more content on our channel than any other motorcycle. This is a top 60 website of motorcycle channels. We're rated like 30th or something like that. But if you sort it by most videos, we're over 1,000 videos more than any other of the channels. And we cover more events and more motorcycle culture, I think, than any other channel in the world that I know of, at least in the United States. Because we do everything. It's not just two strokes. We love all the Harleys, we love the Triumphs, we love the BSAs, we love all the motorcycles. We have a little bit of everything here at the museum. But back to the Loretta Lynn's event. What an amazing, I don't know if you watched it on Racer TV. If you haven't, you can go to Racer TV and watch every day. They've got like 8 hours of racing online. Jeff Emig came off the couch. He hasn't raced in 10 years. And on a 150cc two-stroke, which was awesome. And Ryan Hughes also raced an 86 250 two-stroke, which was amazing. He rode an 86 CR250 with the conventional forks and got a 4th against the best riders in the world in the 45 plus and 50 plus class, which is absolutely freaking amazing. And you got to ask yourself, why did they ride a two-stroke? Well, they're doing it for fun. They're retired, right? They're not under contract. And in a lot of ways, the two-stroke is more fun to ride than the four-stroke. That's why they did it. Keith Johnson, local MX legend and hero, his dad and him, Pappy, Rick Johnson, and their whole family run the Southwick Motocross track, the national track. Keith Johnson won the 50-plus class national championship, which was awesome. Hats off. Congratulations to you, Keith. Justin Kokinis won the schoolboy class. These are the guys that we go to Southwick every Wednesday to the motocross school. Keith runs the school. Justin's one of the instructors / top students. Junior and I went there like 6 times this year. It's just awesome to see the local boys doing good, and a whole bunch more New England guys and gals and young gals kicked ass. So hats off to the New England guys. So it's been a peculiar year. For me, it's been a lot of ups and downs. One of my good friends last week had a major heart attack. So Monday night there's going to be a service for him. He died racing, doing what he loves to do with his boots on. So I guess you got to go some way. But in my opinion, too soon at 56. Scott Sheik, as you know, died racing. Another guy died at Unadilla last weekend, and a road racer died up in New Hampshire. So 3 guys died racing this past weekend. It's a dangerous sport. You know, we all think about it. I don't know, when the gate drops, we forget about it, but just don't ride faster than your angels can fly. You know, be safe, guys. Wear the right gear when you're out there, and be safe. Some people lately have accused me of not liking four-strokes. That's a lie. I have an XR100, an XR250, my play bike. I'll show you my bikes in the showroom. These are mostly Junior and I bikes. And we have 2 XR650Ls. Junior has one, I have one. We have the big black KLR 650, all 4-strokes. I just love sending it on a 500 because there's nothing like the rush of dropping the clutch in 3rd gear with 55 horsepower and 40 foot-pound of torque and just sending it on a 220-pound 500. There's nothing like it. It's fun. I do this for fun, right? That's why we do it. And I have a lot of fun riding a 500. I've won a bunch of championships on a 4-stroke, but now I'm just riding for fun, and I prefer riding the 2-stroke. So guys know I don't hate 4-strokes. I own I own Harleys and BSAs and Triumphs and little Honda 4-stroke street bikes. Lots of 4-strokes. So we love them all. We love everything from mini bikes to the biggest bikes. You guys probably already know that. So there's a lot of really cool bikes in the pipeline. As you already know, we've got the raffle bikes. Everybody's got a chance to win this 97 CR500. Just go to kaplancycles.com or newenglandmotorcyclemuseum.org. Buy your tickets there, please. And if you haven't subscribed to the channel, it's been brought to my attention by the YouTube studio that 82% of the people that view our channel are not subscribers. So it doesn't cost anything. There's no catch. You can unsubscribe and as easily as all you do is hit the little red button. And then if you want to hit the bell so you get notified when new videos come up, you can do that. And if I put up too many videos, you can unhit the bell. You don't have to unsubscribe, just hit the bell again so you don't get notifications and come back and watch us when you can. But we work hard. There's a lot of, quite often I'm working into the night. I wake up 2 or 3 times a night to keep the videos being loaded up and video editing. And not that I do much video editing other than pictures and content and the titles and descriptions and that kind of stuff, but it's a lot of work loading them all up and taking them. So I do love the 500s. You already know that. We've got Evel Knievel's son, Robbie Knievel's bike here. My personal 97, Junior's 89. We're going to build a bike. I'll get into that in a second. We want to custom build an American-made 2-stroke. We talked about it a couple other times. The wheels are in motion. I've talked to AJ Wagoner. He's talked to the Brown brothers. We've got a bunch of people behind the scenes in a kick-ass team. We think we can pull this together. I want to build the first all-American-made 500cc 2-stroke. So I'll get into that more in a second here. But the reason why it's going to be a 2-stroke is pound for pound. I don't think the 4-stroke can match the 2-stroke in the dollar value and the longevity and the rebuildability, if that's a word, of a 2-stroke, especially the CR500. They're remaking the engine cases, the cranks, the gears, the clutches, all the covers, the carbs, or Key and Airstrike, or whatever you want. There's 6 different companies that make the exhaust. That's not the case with any 4-stroke. Nobody's reproducing parts of those, so 10 years down the road, they're going to be hard to get parts for, even though they're great bikes now. I have a 2022 CRF 450. Yes, we're going to dyno it. We're going to show you honest results, and if it has more power than the 500, well, great. It should. It's been, 35 years they've been since they've done any work on the 2-stroke, and the results we got, the 60 horsepower, was with very simple mods: a carb, a set of reeds, engine porting, and a pipe. That's it. You could do it if you copied the porting of that cylinder yourself, ported it yourself. It would cost you about $700 to do it. If you had a shop do it, maybe $1,500. You got the carb. Well, most of the carbs come with a PWK anyways, Air Striker. But if you want to get electron carb, it's going to cost you, I don't know exactly what they are. They're $700. An FMF fatty is going to cost you $215, and the porting is about $700. So for $1,500, definitely under $2,000, you can build yourself a world-class two-stroke, and it's rebuildable. So this bike that I want to build, I talked to AJ Wagoner, the Godfather. He's going to do the engine. He's working with one of his vendors to build a aluminum insert to do a 539cc big bore using his aluminum cases, his aluminum crank, his gear set. We'll probably put a Hinson clutch in it, Magura hydraulic clutch master cylinder. The frame, that's the big thing. He's going to talk to the Brown brothers. I've already talked to Bormi over in Italy. Then we have our own guy right here in the United States of America. I call him the mad scientist. You'll meet him probably the day after if you haven't already. This is the kind of work this guy does. This is a completely handmade frame based on a KTM 640. He master crafted this entire frame. The guy's an absolute, we call him the mad scientist because he's one of the smartest guys we know. He made the aluminum tank and everything. So this guy here, who's on our team, is going to help us put this bike together. And with the Wizard, Chris Kelly, the Manic Mechanic, Jeff Castine, we got Billy Blythe here, Mario Testa, we got Jimmy Laurinaitis. All these guys are probably 200 years combined experience between them and AJ Wagoner and those other three vendors I mentioned. You know, we should be able to put this bike together. And it's, of course, it's going to be red, white, and blue. It's going to be the American dirt bike. It's going to be the Kaplan America Special. I'm going to probably go with Öhlins forks and Öhlins shocks by Coppersmith. We're going to go with Talon wheels and Talon hubs, XL wheels, probably Brembo or Nissan brakes, braided stainless lines, Renthal handlebars. It's going to have the best of everything. We're going to put Hoosier tires on it. We'll have either CPI or Higgy or Scalvini custom make a cone pipe for us. Of course, the engine will be something really special. We're shooting for 539 cc's, so it should be insanely fast. We'll do a custom seat, custom plastics and graphics by Christie, Renthal chain and sprockets, Renthal bars, all the bolt-on stuff's available. Here's my 22 CR450. Stay tuned. We're in the process of setting this up and breaking it in. There's going to be tons of videos on this coming down the pike. Of course, Robbie Knievel's bike. This is our personal four strokes, the 650, the 250, the 100, and I might be buying an XR400 tomorrow just to complete the set, the ultimate play bikes and trail bikes, in my opinion. That's my 650. The other one's Junior's. And my street bikes, my Harley FXR, my Kaplan America Edition, Patriot Missile. It's a 102 horsepower lightweight Buell, totally pimped out in red, white, and blue. Underneath this cover is a CVO dyno that's actually for sale right now. And then, of course, I've got the turbocharged dyno that Christy and I ride that's at home right now. When complete, this will be a really special bike and certainly a testimony to the team I have here. I want to talk about that a little bit. As you know, Christy's been full-time designing graphics for about 30 years. She came aboard full-time with us, Christy, my girlfriend, and the graphics will be off the hook. Between Junior and Kyle, Jeff Castine, the Wizard, Billy Blythe, the Mad Scientist, Sarah, Jimmy Laurinaitis, the whole team we have here, Ron, Mario, Old School Kenny, the behind the scenes people you don't see, Cheryl, Mean Dean, the other Bill. So we have two Bills and three Kennys here, so we got a team of 20 guys here. If I left anybody out, sorry, but we have the right team to do this, and we can do this, and I want to do this, and we're gonna do this. I don't know how long it'll take. I don't care how long it takes. If it takes me a year to build it, took us over a year to do Junior's bike, a year and a half, so be it. The bike, we'll probably put ARC levers on it, TM Design Works on all of the chain sliders, chain guide, chain rollers. I'll probably choose a Kian Air Striker. That's my preferred carb of choice. They're so easy to tune. Twin air filter. Probably do a Larry Weeks decompression head. So we got kind of a build sheet going for the American Dream bike. That's what it is, the American Dream bike. I want to thank you guys out there watching these videos, sharing the videos, recommending friends to watch our videos. It's the power of us, teamwork with my team here. You guys are part of the team, and you give us the power to spread the word about what's going on, you know, and what's good. Like the Barber Museum, my Barber Museum video when I did the tour of the Eastern Coast here, that got 1.2 million views. It's the most views the Barber Museum's ever got. The world's biggest, best $80 million motorcycle museum. 1.2 million views on the video I got walking around Motocross 3.3 at Southwick. Kenny's hole shot video, 6.4 million views. That's the most views ever. The Gunstock Hill Climb a month and a half ago, that got 1.7 million views, the most they've ever had by a long shot. And then of course Munson Hill Climb last year, 1.5 million views. The power of you guys watching is awesome, and obviously enjoy the content you're watching. I'm trying to bring you more good content. I try different things, the stuff that you guys don't like, that we don't get enough views or comments on or likes, then we won't be bringing more of that back. One of the reasons we do so many 500 two-stroke and two-stroke videos is you guys love that shit. And I can have Wizard do a whole shot out back, it'll get 100,000 views. I can go to an antique motorcycle show and spend all day shooting there. It costs me a great time and money going there, and it'll get 1,600 views. So, I mean, I got to kind of do what you guys want. I want to give you people what you want. You guys watching, tell me what you're looking for in content. Yeah, I do get a lot of comments. So you want to see an XR650R. I'm working on getting one of those. I'm working on getting, I almost pulled the trigger and ordered a Mako 700 from overseas, but there's a language barrier. They don't speak English, and I'm a little bit afraid to send it's 20 grand overseas with the Toby Opperman from Opperman Racing. He's done it, so he's kind of walking me through it, and I really just got to pull the trigger and do it, because we need to have a Mako 700 here on the dyno. Speaking of on the dyno, that 60 horsepower run that we just did, there's more in the pipeline that is going to be even greater than that. I probably got a 68 horsepower CR500 at the crank. We're talking 75 at the engine, not pie in the sky bullshit, not manufacturers made up numbers in some perfect scenario. This is real world numbers at 336 above sea level, 85 degrees. So stay tuned. You're going to see some world-class 500s. So I mentioned the major views on those videos because these are things you guys like to see. Oh, the junkyard, the motorcycle junkyard that I went to got, I think, 2.1 million views one time and 500,000 million another. I don't know what it is about the junkyard, but it really captivated me, and you guys loved it. So I want to give you guys more of that kind of content. And I wanted to tell you guys, as I have before, do what you love to do. Find something you love to do and somehow make it your life goal to do that all the time. I mean, if I told you how many hours I work, you work doing this, you know, going to motorcycle events and you know, there's a lot of work, you know, writing the ads for the bikes, doing the videos. You know, I do 3 12-hour shifts, Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday with the guys in the shop to get as much work done as I can here with them. And but do what you love to do, follow your dreams, and when you follow your dreams and do what you feel you've been put on this earth to do, I feel that is you're following God's will. And if you're following God's will and you have faith, then the Bible says with faith the size of a mustard seed, you can ask a mountain to move and it will toss itself into the ocean. So I believe there's a reason there's a sign on each entry in the museum, faith beyond what the eyes can see. I have faith. I never worried about the money building this. I just knew it was what I needed to do. This building looks just like the Ark with the sunset behind it. It's the same size as the Ark. Sometimes I feel like Noah and I need 2 of every motorcycle here. But follow your dreams, have faith, and amazing. And if you're watching this channel, you probably love motorcycles. And if you want to do something in this industry, whether start your own YouTube channel or start restoring bikes or go on a cross-country trip or start collecting bikes, do it. Go for it. All the amazing things that have happened to me since I started following what I feel is God's will for my life. We started restoring this building 12 years ago. It took me 2 years, 11 years ago. It took us 2 years, and we're coming up on, it was 2013 that it was finished, so we're, coming up on 9 years, so almost 10 years we've been here. We bought the property in 2010, and so what is that, 11 years ago. So we've bought the house next door, restored it, working on the compound, been doing a lot of work up there. I bought that over 20 years ago, like 21 years ago. So in any event, follow your dreams and great things will come to pass. I mean, the reality show, who knew that we're broke in Rockville, couldn't rub 2 nickels together? trying to get the museum finished, and we get a call from Discovery. They want to do a reality show on what we're doing, and it actually came to pass, man. I mean, that's just awesome. The YouTube channel, we got our 100,000 play button back in. We qualified for it in March. We got 100,000 subscribers. We're at Bike Week in March. We crossed that milestone. We're up to 139, going to be 140, and we just got the play button like 2 weeks ago. I wanted to do a video with Junior and you guys about that, but now we're on the road to 200,000 subscribers. If you haven't subscribed, hit subscribe. We just broke 60 million views on the channel, which is awesome. It's a lot more views than a lot of big channels that have like 700,000 subscribers that have less views than we have. So that's kind of cool. We're on the road to 200,000 subscribers, hopefully before Bike Week next year. We're on the road to 100 million views. Those will be our next milestones. Anyways, I've been rambling for 20 minutes. I'm just wanted to share with you guys where I'm at. Feeling better, shoulder's feeling better. Got through a moto at Southwick. I didn't do the second moto. I don't want to push my luck. We packed it in and went home. And I'm going to go home and swim in the pond with Christy. So thank you all for watching. Stay tuned, because this week we're going to be doing some videos on this custom-made KTM 640, this Yamaha XS850 Special, the 2300cc Triumph, the Peak 500 finally got finished. We've got a YZ250. We're going to a 250 shootout, the YZ250, the CR250, the KX250, and then Jeff Castain's RM250. We're going to do a little mini shootout. We've got the original 73 CR250, a 92 CR250, the Cagiva 500 that did that massive 60-foot roost, and probably the only brand new KX 500 AF available for sale in the country with 0 hours on it. Just got completed, and an XR80, and 6 other bikes that are downstairs. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 17 bike videos will be coming your way this week, God willing, if everything goes smooth. So again, we're actually at 2204224, and you guys know what that means. My friend Rob, who died racing motocross, that's his race number. I see it all the time, but I told you to read this letter. I'm going to. This is from one of our viewers, Jack Crane from New Kensington, Pennsylvania. Kaplan America USA, probably the best place in the world to work each day. There's Hendersons and Harleys and BMW too. Live videos with Senior make it all come true. The angels in heaven I know must look down to save you from dangers as you all speed around. The best thing I've seen since President Trump was that fellow named Larry slide on his rump. Then when I know nobody's around, I quietly listen to each exhaust sound. And when you slip that 754 into first gear, I just can't help it. Then comes that first tear. It makes me remember all those days gone by, then 2 or 3 more tears will fall from my eye. All of those friends, so true and so dear, come back in a vision that's crystal clear. Most are all gone and all passed away. I feel these bikes in that museum that Kaplan has honored and all welcomed in. A man must leave at least one mark back on this earth, and for you, sir, it's the motorcycle's rebirth. For years they all sat in some dark place, just waiting and waiting for just one more race. The others long for another trip on some road together again. There's nothing so true as a man and his bike riding off into the blue. Only can say when it zooms past that place is that priceless big smile. Jesus, almost getting me, on Senior's face. I have one request that someday you might take. It's to start all those engines and let that mill shake. Sending the message to all the world round. This museum's foundation sits on solid ground. We Americans never give up, no matter what. We fight and work, and we are tough. But when we meet this world at the start, way down, deep, we all have a big heart. No matter whatever happens to that place, Senior will always win first in every race. Jesus. The Triumph, Enfield, and BSA. It's America that really made them all what they are today. Lined up, they sit on the museum display. Honda, Kawasaki, Yamaha, and Suzuki too. It's us Americans that made it all come true. I had to write down what I had in my mind and to share it with my fellow kind. So may the 2 strokes ring and the 4 strokes sing. I already feel better. I let it all out with fellow riders who know what I'm talking about. To ride and then to roam, like Senior says. Now send her on home. A rattling tappet, a missing bing, a Makuni that's happy with everything. a leaking fork seal, and a sticky clutch. Is God Bless America asking too much? Wow. Just awesome. And he follows by saying, I'm 63 years old and I couldn't ride for many years as I had to work every day of the week to raise my family. Now retired and looking at the new W800. Thank you for the great videos and getting to meet you all through them. You guys have a great thing going and it's really a nice family. I know that I'll never get up there to really meet you all, but feel that these words will let me stand with you too. Thank you, fellow American. Dude, that was awesome, Jack. Thanks, man. Freaking unbelievable. I know you put a lot of effort on that. So hopefully you guys stuck with us and listened to the end, because that was just really awesome. Maybe I should have started with that. But that deserves being read again, man. Thanks. Well, it's getting late. It's 5:30 Sunday. Great day at the races. And I shared with you guys, poured my heart out to you, told you where I'm going and what I'm doing. Hopefully you'll be there with us. If not, in the flesh, in the spirit, love you all. No one's told you they love you today. I love you all. And God bless America.